Hey everybody! Well, today we're going to take a look at another one of these cool sets from Rokr. Now this is the fourth version from the Parallel World Marble Run series. These aren't wood kits, these are the plastic kits. Now, full disclosure here, I did a video showing the first two that they came out with. This is now the fourth one. They're all interconnected, you can connect them all together. But I had a lot of problems with this lifting mechanism where the ball goes up to the top. It was working for a while, and then after like a couple of weeks, it would just get jammed up. I would turn it on, it would work for a little bit, and then it would just lock up. And I tried everything. I took this thing apart, gosh, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, trying to make sure everything was lined up properly. I looked at other people's reviews of these kits and other online sources, and everybody mentioned that they had problems with this. So I don't know what's going on with this. I'm going to take a chance with this one, mainly because I really, really like what's going on in here. This one is called Alchemy City, and I think this might be the final version. I don't know, unless they come up with a new theme. But when it's all together, now if you've seen the other videos, you know how these work. They're pretty cool, but you can connect all 4 of them so that the balls go through all 4 of these at once. I no longer own the first 2 that I did. I ended up getting rid of those because I couldn't get them to work. And I didn't buy the 3rd version, which I believe is this one, because if I couldn't get the other 2 to work, I didn't want to buy any more of them. But I'm going to take my chance on this and hopefully it'll work. All right, well, let's take a look at the parts, because the parts are usually absolutely fantastic. So I really hope I can get this one to work. Now, I do wish they would have changed these by now, but I guess they really can't, since they have to work with the first 3 that came out. But, I mean, they must be selling these enough that, you know, they keep making them, so I guess some people are getting them to work. I'm not really sure. All right, well, let's take a look at what we got here. That looks like the sides to the lifting mechanism. See, these are the little, this is the little ladder system that lifts the balls. These are the things where you have to make sure they're matched up properly. There's 2 arrows on there that go together. And I have tried everything to make that work, and and they just, I don't know, they only work for a short time. Now, I can't take all of this stuff out because everything's labeled. Looks like there might be the motor in here. And all the parts are labeled, like you can see L5. That's what I like about these Rokr kits. They're very clearly marked, so you don't get the parts mixed up. This looks like the bottom or the top of the lifting mechanism. And then this is the lifter itself. It's this nice box that goes in here. Now see, here's where this goes. This is how this works. This thing goes back, it lifts the ball like up this little ladder, but I don't know what's going on with it. It just gets stuck in here eventually. There's some pins that you put in here to make sure everything goes right in there. I'm gonna make sure I try to do everything absolutely per instructions to see if I can make sure this works right. Not sure what these are. Oh, those might be the pieces that connect everything by the end of the build. Now, these parts are usually very cool. Although Rokr is mostly known for their wood kits, their plastic kits are superior. The pieces are so well made. They're already painted, like here you can see this detail right here, that I love it. And the paint job is really, really nice. There's a little bit of gold on that piece right there. This looks like the back of it. It's not a very big set, it's very small. As you can see here, it's a very small little marble run. This is the glass cover on the front, or the clear plastic, and you can open it too. Here's some more here. You're going to need nippers to cut these off. I think they usually give you those parts too, or the little nippers. Ooh, look at this. Here's some cool stuff. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Nice little gold detailing. And that's always the background at the top. This part is usually at the very top of the marble run right there. It's actually a plastic piece with this graphic already on there. It's really cool. Here's some kind of light bluish colors. There's some nice copper colored bits. Ooh, there's one of the little tracks. Oh, these parts are so nice. Look at that. These are silver. These are so fun to put together. As much as I love putting them together, the frustration was not having it work, but I really hope I can get this thing to work. Oh, these are neat. Look at these lime green clear pieces. The balls go through these cool little tubes right here. Ooh, that's cool. Let me see what this is. Oh, some clear purple bits right there. Oh, look at the detail on that. I hope you can see that without the glare. That looks really cool. I mean, the pieces are just absolutely primo on these things. There's some more little rails right here. That's kind of a neat looking part. There's this cool flying saucer looking thing that's inside here. Look at these. Oh man, the graphics are so nice on it. Guess those ones are upside down. Oh, very cool. And there's some more little rails for the things to go down, little pathways. And oh, these are the things that kind of lock the main part together, which is this one. Oh, hey, look at that. Here's some, man, there's a lot of parts to this. Here's some more of the little pathways for the ball to roll. And, ooh, there's some green ones here. Look at that. That's got some gold coloring on it. Oh, look at that. It's like a bridge or something right there. Ooh, that's a nice clear tube. Nice graphics on it. Got these cool green pieces here. Looks like there's some gold ones in there too. Man, I tell you, these pieces are so nice. This might be the center of that UFO looking thing. At least that's what it looks like. I'm not sure if that's really a UFO. Could be some, I don't know, some other thing. Here's the main frame of it, where you build everything onto it. And then, let me see, we got some more stuff in here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in this. Here's the cardboard bits that go on the background. They fit really nice. They lock in really good. And then these, let me see, this is usually, let me see what this is. Oh, see, it opens this way. Wow, look at all this. So this is all the hardware, and there's a lot of it. I love these little screwdrivers that they give you. These are great. This is a magnetic thing to retrieve the balls if you have to. Oh, look at this. Now, okay, so now I got to tell you, this is the main reason I bought this set, is this tiny little piece right here. I don't know if you can see it without the reflection, but see, there's liquid in there. See that? There's actual liquid, and it looks like there's a specimen, like maybe a little dinosaur or something. I'll try to get a close-up of it once I get this thing built, but it is really cool. That's the thing that kind of sold me on it, is that one little piece. I just thought it looked really neat. Oh my gosh, there is so much stuff in here. I don't want to lose anything. And once again, these are labeled. You can see everything's labeled. There's some really nice hardware bits in here. Ooh, there's some electronics. Plug and play, which is great. No soldering necessary. That looks like a light strip right there. Look at all these electronics. They're all basically the same. If you built one of these before, that's the main board right there. If you built one of these before, you're familiar with the whole thing. USB C connector. Once again, no power block, unfortunately. Very tiny screws. And there's some long screws here. Here's the balls. These are usually smaller than the standard marble runs. And then this clipper is used as a nipper to cut the pieces off, but I use regular model nippers. All right, well, anyway, the instructions, they are usually quite good. They give you like a parts legend. This is the part that you put together for this lifter. Boy, I sure hope I can make sure this thing works right. See, I mean, it's just, it gets, here's where you put these pins in right here, and you got to make sure everything's lined up properly, and I have lined them up properly. I've tried to do it, and I know I'm not the only one that's had frustrations with this lifting mechanism. So, I don't know. I doubt they made any kind of changes on it. If they decide to make any more of these, if Rokr decides to make any more of these, maybe with a different theme or something, I hope that they will update that lifter and make something better, because it's just, I don't know. Since I'm not the only one that's had problems with them. And then this is like the parts legend. In case you're ever in doubt as to what part you're dealing with, they're labeled here. So that's very clear. And then, of course, the main instructions to put everything together. And then, see how these are yellow? That's if you're going to build, there's a version you can build if you're going to connect it to the right or the left of the other sets. And if you're not going to do that, you just skip it and go on to the white pages. So they make that very clear too. All right, well anyway, I guess I'll get started on this. Wish me luck. I hope that the lifter works and everything works. All right, here we go. Okay, so I got it all built. It went together really good. It is so fun building these sets. I've built 3 of them now. Well, actually 4, because I had a 4th one that was, well, it's a long story, but anyway. This one here was no exception. It went together fantastic. Really cool stuff that's inside there. I'll show you a close-up before we turn it on, and hopefully it works. I really, really hope that this lifting mechanism works. I'm really concerned about that since I've had so many problems with the ones in the past. I made sure I followed the instructions to a T. I even put a little bit of lithium grease on some of the gear so that to make sure that everything turns nice and smooth. Now, one thing that I've had a problem with on these when you're building that lifter is on the instructions here. See where, if I can focus on this, see where, this is where you put the motor in, and they make sure that you put the motor in as vertical as you possibly can, you know, going this way, and it looks, they don't want you to put it in sideways like this. They tell you not to do that right here. But the problem is that on the tip of the motor right here, there's like a little plus sign shaped thing that goes into this part. That's what grips the little thing to turn the whole mechanism. Well, that plus sign is never exactly vertical. It's always off a little bit. And so they do show on here that you can be a little off. And I don't know if that really matters or not, but if they want you to have it vertical, you know, up and down as much as possible, then they really should make sure that that plus sign on the tip of that is exactly where it's supposed to be located, because you can't turn that little thing manually. It's really hard, and you don't want to break the motor, and you can't power it up until, well, I guess you could probably power it up and make it turn, but you have to keep turning it on and off and on and off until you get it just right. So I don't know. Hopefully that won't be an issue with this, but I'll go ahead and show you some close-ups here. This glass on the front opens, and I'll open it so that we can look inside because we're going to get too much reflection otherwise. So we'll start on the top right up here. This top shelf is the last thing you build. It's a little shelf that just slides in there. The balls come out on the top left side over here. There we go. And all that will light up back there. It comes down this ramp, goes into that little generator looking thing. And then there's this really cool tube. Now, I put a few balls in here manually to make sure everything works as far as where the balls go. They drop down onto this section here, and I think it goes in 2 different directions. This thing here is one of those little flip-flops. If it goes this way, it goes around this section here, and it'll go across this bridge. And then sometimes it goes down this thing, and it's kind of like a click-clack thing where the balls kind of go, they alternate side to side until they drop all the way down there. It's really neat. Got another bridge here, and this thing kind of leans upward, and you wouldn't think the ball would go over there, but it does. It's kind of weird the way that is. In fact, I thought I built that wrong originally. This chain, very neat little detail on here. You have to manually put those little hoops at the very end on there, so it's a little bit tricky to get those attached on there. Then you hook it around this little thing here. This is kind of like a loose little thing right here, and then it comes over to this looking, I don't know what you call that thing. It's kind of like a tower or something. And then there's another bridge kind of thing there. I mean, there's a lot of really weird stuff. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's lit up. I haven't even checked it out yet. There is that cool creature that's inside of that specimen jar. I love that. That is really cool. And if it ever gets turned around, you can actually turn this so that it faces forward. So that gives you that option. There's a little swirly thing that the balls go down through here. This thing will turn depending on which way the balls go in behind there. And then, I mean, look at all the cool detail on this. This thing I thought was a UFO, but it might be just kind of like a city building, according to the graphics that were on the side and stuff. But it's a really neat looking thing. And the ball goes around this outside right here. There's like a little ramp right there. Another really cool tube there. And then this kind of drops down into this ramp right here. And they all get fed back into the back corner where they go back into the ball lifter over here, which will hopefully work. All right, well, let me plug it in, and hopefully everything will work. I will tell you that the cord that they give you is pretty much worthless. This isn't even long enough to plug it into your wall outlet and have this sitting on the floor. So you're going to have to provide a longer cable, and of course you're going to have to provide your own power block, which is a 5-volt 1 amp is what they suggest. All right, so here we go. The button down here is to start it. Hopefully this works. Ooh. Okay, so I put about 5 balls in there. We can see that that is in fact working. Oh, that's great. Oh, thank goodness. All right, we'll start at the top and we'll see how the balls go through here. I have to wait till some more come up to the top over here. Oh, there we go. I love how they go through that tube and around that whole like hairpin curve type of thing. And then when it comes down here, see how that little flip-flop thing right there will make it go in different directions. So it chooses which way to go. I'll turn the lights down completely so we can see how the lights look, because it's very cool. Oh, I love that flashing over there. I didn't notice that. This tube right here is cool. That's where it kind of goes through that little back and forth movement in there. I'll wait till one goes through there. See if I can get one to go down that tube. Well, maybe. Oh, there it goes. That's neat. That was fun to build that. I love this. It's neat the way that's lit up right there. And you can see how this goes around and comes down. Now there's another flip-flop behind this, this circle thing. You can see how the gears turn. And there's that cool creature right there. You can kind of see how he's all lit up inside of that specimen jar. Oh, this is so cool. Now I am so grateful that this works, because I was really not sure about this. I love that little building right there. That is really cool. We should be able to see a ball go around the outside of it. It's like this cool little ramp around the edge of it. And I love that thing on the inside. It's like a orange crystal. Well, waiting for one to go around that building. You also may have to make sure that this thing is balanced right. There it goes. Took a while for that. And then there's also that little loop-de-loop right there on the right. And it goes around that swirly thing. They all end up down here at the bottom. I like that little bridge thing right there with the tube. Oh, it's so cool. There's all kinds of neat little areas for the balls to go. Oh, I love this. This is probably my favorite one of the 4 that they came out with, just because I like the space age look of it. It's just got a lot of really neat stuff going on inside there. Okay, let me turn the lights completely down. I'm not sure how good we'll be able to see it, but now you can really see it. Look at how nice those lights look in there. They have like almost a neon appearance to them. Oh, this is awesome. Oh man, look at that right in there. That looks really cool the way that's all lit up. If I can stay focused on it. My camera has a hard time focusing. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks so cool. The lighting on that is fantastic. That is so awesome. Love this. Oh, I'm just so glad it works. Oh man. The whole time I was building this, I thought, I'm going to get this thing completely built and then the lifter's not going to work. That is so cool. I love the way that background lights up in there. It kind of gives it an eerie feel to it. Oh, that is awesome. I love the lighting. All of these kits have a really neat lighting effect on these. So now if you have all 4 of these, you can connect all 4 together, and then you'll build this side section different. And I think there's different ways you can do it, but you can put all 4 together, and then I think 1 or 2, I guess probably 2 lifters will do all the work. Oh, and then they'll go through all 4 of them. So if you have all 4, you can do that, assuming you can get the lifter to work on all of them. I think putting grease on those gears in there probably helped move those better. Yeah, this is neat. Definitely my favorite one. I'm glad I decided to give this one another try. So, okay, Rokr, you got me again. I'm actually very pleased with this, even though the other ones failed. Now, I will say the other ones worked for about 2 weeks. Now, hopefully, you know, after I've had this turned off for maybe a couple of weeks and then I decide to turn it back on again, it doesn't quit, because that was kind of the, maybe when it sits around for a while, it doesn't, you know, maybe that does something to the functionality of it. I don't really know. It is pretty noisy, but that's because I also have this door open. If you close the door, it's a lot quieter. Let me see. Yeah, so you're not hearing it quite as bad now. Oh, this is so cool. I really, really like this one a lot. Get this door back open again. So you can put more of the balls in there if you want to, but I wouldn't put more than, I think I got 5 in here. Maybe 6. And if they get stuck at the top, you may have to put a little wedge down here at the bottom just to make it lean back a little bit. This thing here, this little bridge, it was leaning too far up, and I had to kind of push it down a little bit. But, you know, when you push it against that part, when you assemble it, that's kind of how it ends up, is kind of in an upward position. So just kind of push it down a little just to make sure. I really like this light right there. See, it looks like a jewel. And it changes, and when the balls go through there, I think there's a sensor, because I remember putting an electronic circuit in there that had a sensor, and I think that's what makes the lights do that weird flashing going on. Look at it. Looks like it goes way back there, doesn't it? It's almost like a like three-dimensional type of thing. Oh, this is so cool. I absolutely love this. All right, so I got this from Rokr. You can find the other 3 on Amazon and Rokr as well. But this one's brand new, so it just came out, and so right now it's only available from Rokr. I'll put a link to the website if you want to get one of these or any of the other ones. This is not a sponsored video for Rokr. I think this one cost, was it $70? It was 60 or 70, but they usually have a 10% discount coupon when you get on their website, so that saves you. But, oh man, this is so cool. I really, really love this one a lot. This is really neat. I love that thing. I love that creature inside the tube right there. There's a lot of really neat things in this. So, there we go. Success. All right, well, very good. Rokr, another good job on this. Absolutely fantastic, and I love it. All right, well, that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. Until the next time, I'll see you on the next video. So thanks again, and have a good one.